What is going on, your average investors? Today we're going to be looking at the Palo Alto Network's earnings report. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. We're trying to monetize the channel, and by such, we will then be doing more free giveaways. So, Palo Alto Networks. Company offers firewall appliances, software, Panorama, which is their security management solution for global control of all these networks. We actually have seen a little bit of a dip in most recent router and firewall sales out of these guys, but nothing too concerning there. One of the largest areas that these guys are recognizing income from is their subscription-based service, which covers all of the different or variations of threat protection or prevention, whether it's malware, persistent threats, URL filtering, DDoS, things of that nature. And they've recently started to help out with the data loss prevention. So in addition to that, the security and in line with these guys have their AI platform hyper-focused on threat intelligence, data loss prevention, cloud security, secure access, and basically any of these buzzwords that we're all experiencing in the IT arena. So it sells its products through a various differentiation of channel partners, as well as direct to medium and large enterprises, service providers, government entities, things like that. And what we've really been impressed by is basically established in 2005, these guys have had some tremendous growth. They've moved into some of the largest market cap in the overall market. Today, earning report, no shock there. Stock is up 2.8% after hours. Earnings per share, nice 10% or 10 cent beat on what they were anticipating. Their expectation was $1.41. These guys came in with an EPS of $1.51. Revenue, $2.2 billion. They beat expectations at 2.16. So they are doing a nice job on that. Now, overall, I'm not sure that I'm completely sold on what the move is here, because looking at it from your standpoint of stock analysis, we're not sure if it's bullish or bearish, just to be honest. I mean, 10% implied volatility and only 2% up. So that's a tough one to want to settle on, especially after hours where you might get stuck into something. Looking overall, though, the health of the company, they're doing some interesting things in the future. So December 2025, they're going to be doing about $1 billion on-hand stock buyback program. Not sure if the entire billion is going to be used for that, but they do have that set aside for that. There is some talk of a large IBM deal. I want to take a deeper look into that. They did beat expectations by a pretty big margin, and then they made more revenue than expected, as we pointed out earlier. So the biggest feature as to what we're seeing in this whole AI play, and that seems to be the buzzword right now, is the integrated new Copilot tech, which is their AI division. And so lots of the consumers and customers are actually switching from previous vendors into Palo Alto, which has been a nice boost in revenue, customer base, and the recurring subscription-based model that they do. And meanwhile, we see sales of firewall network appliances slowing down. These appliances, designed by default to protect computer networks, blocking online intrusions, monitoring web-based applications, which is great for an in-place network, which we have seen ever since the end of the COVID era, this huge influx of workers going back into the office. Ultimately, though, however, Palo Alto's has built a broad cloud-based security platform through acquisitions. These guys have stayed pretty active in that. They boast, an $111 billion market cap. Beta, not too bad, 1.14. So it's not moving too different from where the market's moving. But overall, these guys are trading right within line. They're a little bit on the higher end of the 52-week average at 343 right now, and they're at 343 with a 52-week average of 380. And the day's range today, not too much movement. Now, we did see a nice drop right here. Middle 420, right around 424 Eastern, and we see a significant drop down. So just something to watch out for. When we're taking a look at this and taking a look at the charts, we're seeing these drops, this huge increase of sell volume is driving that price way down. That quickly rebounded. So, overall, I think this is in a good position. We like what we're seeing. It's one of those ones where we're not too sure what we're going to be doing here. And to wrap it up, guys, wanted to mention that the company has attempted to refresh its sales strategy with limited success. So it's interesting to see how these guys are going to have to strategically shift, which is probably why they moved more into the acquisition space. Since the company overall managed to increase sales growth by 12% last quarter, which was faster than expected, but they're still struggling relative to their peers. So overall, interesting stock, interesting move today. Great earnings report by these guys. And it's one of those types of things where we'll see if the stock buyback from the company can actually boost and create one of the America's leading cybersecurity companies to propel them moving forward. Thanks again. If you haven't subscribed, if you haven't turned on notifications, please do such. We are trying to monetize the channel so that we can do additional handouts, giveaways, and encourage everyone to become the average investor.